You know what? If it isn't Kate Beckinsale, I start talking about Elizabeth Shue and then the wife turns up. Typical, isn't it? How is everybody? Tonight we're on Restream. So I've got all my gadgets on the go tonight. So hopefully this is working okay. I really enjoyed that Transformer stream. If you haven't seen it, it's on the channel. And you got to build this massive thing, which, you know what? I didn't mention it in the video, but this is just a shoulder and it's quite heavy. Now, with what we've got as well, we've got to make another one of these, remember, for the other side. But it's really good. Now, remember, the other thing I didn't show you is that joint inside. Obviously, this bit comes out and in here, so you'll be able to move the arm out. But when it turns, it is quite a stiff turn, unlike the Iron Man. Doesn't like fall over, and that's because of that rubber gasket that we had going around. But there we go. That's what you get in pack 2 of the Transformers. Now, I've managed to get some new stuff coming, but I had some wrong stuff delivered as well, which is why the videos have been all over the place. But you know me, I can't continue until I've done this.
Let's give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
Now, I have no idea where tonight's live stream is going to end up because I'm on some ale tonight, and this is Christmas ale. Middle of summer. I'm having Christmas, kind of like the middle of summer. It's been quite hot today. But we've got some new builds. So we'll look at chat in a minute. But just so you know, next week, I have got the IXO Collections Lancia, which I'm going to start building. That's just one of the items in pack 1. Look at the state of that. It's ginormous. And then the other thing is, I really wanted to get La Ferrari pack 1 out to you. And when I opened the box, it wasn't pack 1 in the box. It was pack 2. So I've now got pack 1, which looks like this. But here is the dilemma. The dilemma is I have run out of time. I have completely run out of time because let me just tell you what's going on in my calendar. So tomorrow I'm in London and I'm going to see the full size version of this Optimus Prime because Agora models are at MCM Comic Con. So I'm going to go pay them a visit, get some film footage of that. And I'll get some footage of people in cosplay as well. I love these Comic-Con events. And then on Sunday, I'm off to Chroma. So if anyone's in Norfolk, I'll be in Chroma on Sunday and Monday. I'll be on the pier because my niece is in a show, Evita, there. I don't come back till Monday. And then Monday, I'm going to have to start building because on Wednesday, I've got doctors, I've got my car, the bearing on my car's gone. So it's like making a complete racket at the moment. And I'm picking up the kiddies. And then I've got my buddy Russell coming on Thursday. So Russell will be on the live stream, hopefully, next Thursday. It's still like this at the moment because the trains are on strike on the Friday. The day's meant to go home. So I don't know what we're going to do yet. And then I've only got like 3 more days after that. And then we head off to Heathrow to fly to Louisville, where Wonderfest is going to be. And the Three Amigos, Spruverse, Lou Dalmaso and myself will meet up. And I'm sure we'll have a merry old time of it for 4 or 5 days while we're out there. I'm so looking forward to it. And then when I come back, I'm probably just going to be like, that's what I'm going to be, just reminiscing about the time I had. So I've just got my calendar here just to tell you how busy it is. So in that time, I've got to make videos. So I'm going to have to do a few videos on Saturday and then plan them out through the week. Otherwise, there'll be nothing on the channel. So Storm Gaming is only 30 weeks till Christmas. Don't tell me that. Oh my God. Things have gone quick. So, Wayne, I live in Chrome. I see you on the pier. Oh, do you, Mark? Well, I'm going to be there on Sunday. At 3 o'clock, I'm going to be in a bistro. Let me open my calendar again. There's a nice place to eat at 3 o'clock. So, at 3 o'clock, I'm going to be at, stand by, Tides Bistro. I believe that's on the pier. I don't know, but that's where I am. And then the show starts at 5. So, looking forward to that. Better start working on it. Yeah, I should do. When I do the Christmas quiz this year, Storm Gaming, just so you know, it's going to be multiple guests. So it's going to be like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, A, B, C, or D. So don't worry about spelling or anything like that. As long as you've got the letter right, then there'll be no problems with people saying, because we had some arguments last year. Let me tell you, yes, it is great. Oh, well done, Mark. So you know that. I see you then. I'll be there. Don't. If you see me, just come up to me, Mark. Everyone else does. It's fine. I'll have my mother there, and Mrs. Wayne will be there as well. I am going to do that, Chris. Don't you worry. I've got that all ready. I've got some other stuff ready as well. I just want to quickly just talk about the X-Wing. Obviously, it's missing. So what happened is last Friday, I went to pick the kids up. It was a warm day. I came home, come into the workshop, and it looked very bare. And then I realized the X-Wing had gone. And I think what it did, it's hit the table, somersaulted, and then smashed on the floor. The engines are broke. The middle section are broke. So the X-Wing's now got this sort of movement. The wings, the metal in the wings are bent as well. The cannons broke off. The electrics no longer work. It was a mess. So I was ready to chuck it. But what I did was I just kept it in there, shut the door of the workshop, calmed down in the house. Then I was reading people's messages about doing a diorama. Well, I can't do a diorama because there's nowhere to put it. But then I had the idea about Dagobah, and that's why it's now in my wooden feature of my water feature outside. So just like the Jaws in diorama, this has ascended to the realms of what I call model heaven here, which is the garden. And the good thing about the water feature is that I can actually get the algae to grow over the nose section. So, you know, when the X-Wing comes up in Empire Strikes Back, and it's got all of those vines sort of over the nose, it's going to look like that. So give it some time to weather and it's going to look good. What I did manage to do was fix the whole top section. So the cockpit's back on, the engines are back on, the cannons are still broke, the engines at the back are still broke, but you can't see them. So I have kind of rescued it. So it's going to be all good. Right, now, Chris Hurst, Fangdoc, Mr. Fangdoc in chat there. He's been going through his stash. Now, I know we've all got some big stashes, and he's got a model in there, which is pretty amazing. I've looked on eBay. I think you're one of the cheapest prices as well, Chris, which is cool. But he's got the Tamiya 1/12 scale Lotus for sale. It's a 72D model car, which he's now selling on eBay. Now, look, check this out. Look, I've got a nice little graphic here. If you click on the link that I've just put in chat or scan that QR code, you will see that listing on eBay. I don't know how many days you've got this up for, Chris, but that is the John Player Special Lotus 72D. It looks pretty amazing. Plenty of pictures on there, but I did say to Chris, I did show this on the Patreon stream last night, but I said I was going to put it on the main stream as well. So I'll leave that up there at the moment. God, 12 people have actually scanned that already. I can see how many people scan. But there's going to be a lot of QR codes coming your way now because there's some other things that I've been doing. This is what I've been doing this week. This is why you haven't seen many videos from me. But anyway, so check that out if you are interested in that Tamiya model that Chris is selling there. Also, if you haven't heard of Mike Lane's podcast that we did where we interviewed Mike Lane, I did show it on the video on the channel and also on the video for the door mods. But if you're on Spotify, you can actually subscribe to our podcast here now. And that's there. Sorry, that one's on Amazon. QR code. And then another one we've got on Spotify. It is propagated over to Google now. I don't know how long it takes to go on Apple. So again, once you've actually scanned that and gone on to Spotify, you can just subscribe to the feed and then that will tell you when the next ones are out. Realistically, the next podcast isn't going to be out until after I come back from Wonderfest. And then the other one was Tuesday this week. I had a nice little seminar with Amazon of all people. And the good thing is in the UK only this is, but I've got another seminar next week for the US, but they've gave me some free codes for you. So here we go. I don't know how long these last for. If you haven't got Amazon Prime in the UK and you want it free for 30 days, that's the link and you can scan that code. Okay. So that's Amazon Prime. You can get 30 days free for that. If you don't like it, you can cancel it. No problems at all. If you like Audible and Audible books, there's a free trial there, a 30-day trial for Audible, and you get a free book. If you're already a member of Amazon Prime, let me get this right, you can have 2 free books as part of the Audible trial. And then the last code that they've gave me is for Kindle. If you like reading books, you can get Kindle Unlimited for 30 days free trial there as well. So it was very nice of them to throw loads of discount codes my way. But I thought I would put them up for you because otherwise what will happen is they'll sit on my social media and they'll never go anywhere. But that's where they are. So if you are watching on demand or if you've missed those codes, just go back on demand afterwards and you will be able to see them. Now, I'm looking down my list. Have I done everything? I think I've done everything. I do have a little notepad open here to make sure that I've captured everything. You will have noticed at the start of the stream, again, if you missed it, and you can watch it on demand, there was the Ballad of the X-Wing, which was written by our good friends over at ChatGPT. And I put it in poem form. Nice little, it's Tolkien worthy. It should have been in Lord of the Rings, but it's a nice, sad, sad story about what happened to the X-Wing. I gave it some things where I said to it, can you make sure that you say the X-Wing was broken into pieces, and it went on its way to Dagobah, and it did all of that for me. So we won't need writers anymore, but there you go. Hiya, Todd. How's it going? So yes, Wonderfest is coming. We're all getting really excited for that because I really wanted to take a model, but I realized last year when I was doing that Explorers thing, I'm never going to be able to get it on a plane unless I'm building something small. And they do have a miniature section at the Wonderfest. I might have to buy some miniature busts this year and see if I can get something in next year that will just be like this tiny thing. But it is good. I've also noticed that the UPS carriers, so if I buy anything there, I can actually get it sent home for me. We couldn't do that last year, but I believe the year before we could have. But yeah, this year we can do that again, which is good. But it's going to be interesting to see what Lou brings. I do believe Phil over at Sprueverse is bringing some stuff as well. My good friend Kevin Spriggs and Oggy Gonzalez, Interstellar Modeler, I think he'll be bringing some stuff as well. And I will try and get them when we're going around the hall to show you what models they've actually bought, if I can spot them. Believe me, there's probably over 800 models in there, so it's hard to try and figure them out. But on the Friday, we're in an airbrush class. On the Saturday and Sundays, the actual model show. So I will try and get a video up Saturday night. Don't think we're doing anything Saturday night. So you'll be able to see what Wonderfest is all about. Failing that, it'll be Sunday. But remember, I'm 5 hours behind if you're watching in the UK. So it's all cool. You have something to give me at Wonderfest. Oh, wow. That'd be cool. Can I get it on a plane? I know Howard Dash Riptires gave me something as well that I think Lou's bringing up for me. No idea what it is, but poor old Mrs. Rhoda Waynes, she wants us to take empty suitcases because she's planning on the Friday when I'm doing this airbrush thing. She's planning to go off shopping somewhere for fabric and stuff. God knows what she's going to bring back, but we'll have to see. Hello, Julian. How's it going? No problems at all, Chris. I think a lot of people just check that out then. It does look like a lovely model. I've seen other Lotuses on there, but not that one. There was about 3 or 4 of the one you've got, and you're the cheapest one at the moment of that. So pretty amazing. I'm just looking at all of my oh, you enjoyed the podcast. We enjoyed making it. What we did was we recorded the podcast with Mike Lane first, and then a week later we came back and did the header and footer, if you like. But I am enjoying the podcast. There will be a World of Wayne podcast. I've already got the episode 3 logos done and stuff like that. It's called Child of the 80s. But I just haven't had time to complete it at the moment. What with doctors and cars breaking down, which is, my car goes in for an MOT at the end of June when I'm back from Wonderfest. I already know some of the things it needs. The airbag light's on for some strange reason. I didn't expect the bearing to go. When a bearing starts going in, it's only a rear bearing. It's gone 5 times in this car on either side. When a bearing goes in the car, it starts off bad, and then it just gets worse and worse really quickly. So that's why I've had to get it in next Wednesday. You had 8 Tamiya. Wow. Big scale models and sold them for good money. The Lotus was one of them. Oh, I bet you missed that then, Pete. I'd never seen it, but you know what? You can tell by the artwork, the age of it, and you can tell by the cigarette advertising as well, I suppose. So it looks like a good model. You're still pressing Mike for a workshop tour. He's so close to me. Really? I didn't realize you're down that way because he's down in Cornwall way, isn't he? Where's Plymouth? Is that Cornwall? I don't know. My geography is terrible. Is that Devon? This is what I'm telling you, Chris Hurst. I went to Minehead in Somerset. That's as close as I've been down that part of the country. So I've never been to Devon or Cornwall. So this is going to be an eye-opener for me in August when we head off to there. All good. Hello, Jim. How's it going? Jim, I missed the Randy Cooper stream again. It's because it's all my kid's birthday on that Sunday. And you know what? I stayed up to, I think it was 11:20 p.m. my time to try and get the code. And because you hadn't sent it, I went to bed. And then I woke up and you must have sent it at 11:35. So I just missed it. But it is what it is. Keep sending me them because I will get on one. If you don't mind, I'm going to turn the aircon on because I'm cooking. Hopefully you can still hear me. I'm just staying quiet to see if you can hear that. An Amazon Europe store. You know what, Jacob? I tried. They wouldn't let me. I tried to make an Australian one as well, but they let me make a store, but they wouldn't let me put anything in it, which was really strange. The way the Amazon Australia works, I have to put individual links to my own website. The good thing about an American and the UK stores is they host the website for you, so I can just put everything in the store there. But the X-Wing was gutting, absolutely gutting. Because you know what, Mike? Last week on the live stream, I was showing you the wings opening and closing. And when I saw that, my heart, I mean, it's fallen down before when it was here, but it was fixable. But this one, no, it completely gone. But yeah, very devastated I was. But it could have had, you know, these things happen. In future, I won't be putting things on stands. If you remember, for years, I had the Millennium Falcon above my head, and that had 5 safeties on 32-pound fishing wire. That weren't falling down. And even if it was, it wouldn't fall down completely because the other parts of the fishing wire would keep it up. So the way to go is to bolt it to the ceiling. And that's probably what will happen if I intend to have it this high again, which I had to do because the X-Wing couldn't go on a desk. The only space I've got is above my head here. But as you can see, obviously Ian from Partwork Upgrades is going to be picking up the R2. This whole unit here is going to be empty soon because I'm hoping my laser engraver comes. I ordered that ages ago. I think it's due the beginning of June. So looking forward to that. I finally managed to put my little sign up here. Just so you know, Mrs. Welder Wayne's made all of these. This one was for 1,000 subscribers. This glass one here was for 20,000 subscribers. I believe Mark Tadgell helped Mrs. Welder Wayne sort that out. And then I think Ian, at Partwork Upgrades, helped to sort this one out, which is the 50,000 subscribers. So I'm waiting for that silver play button. Hopefully, one day, I'll get to 100,000 subscribers. It's a dream, but you never know. Oh, there's a Zoom meeting this Sunday. I won't be able to make it, Jim, because I'm in Norwich. I'm in Norwich on Sunday and Monday, unless I'm still awake, and then I can get in from the hotel room, I guess. That'll work, I suppose. Hello, David. How's it going? And hello, other David. The Davids come in all at one go. And evening, JC Bricks. Yes, it is the SR-71. Mrs. Welder Wayne bought me this, I believe, from the Dulles Hazy Center, where the space shuttle is. So when I was in America this year, actually, can you believe that's almost a year ago? A year ago it's a year ago, sort of like this week. I was in America. How's that gone so quick? But yeah, she bought me this from the Hazy Center. And Josh, yesterday was your birthday. Well, hang on, let's see if I can put a graphic on here. If I click on that, there you go. Happy birthday, Josh. A few people had birthdays on the Patreon stream last night, which was pretty cool. Let me take that off. There we go. It's very hard to put graphics on the screen now I'm using Restream here. But I do like this because everything's in one place. I can tell you I've got 183 people in here. I can tell you 27 people have scanned the QR code. I can tell you I've been live for 29 minutes. What else can I do? I can take calls on this one. As you know, we've done that last time. Time for a new vehicle. I'm aiming to get a new car at the end of November, December time, Steve. But I want a smaller car because I've got a Nissan, or as you Americans call it, Nissan. Nissan? Is that how you call it? I've got a Nissan Note at the moment. But I do want to... I'm having my midlife crisis. I would like a convertible so that Mrs. Welder Wayne will be driving it. But it would be a nice car to actually go to Essex and back and stuff. So we'll see. I like the Mini Coopers or the Cooper S's. Hello, Gamer Days. How's it going? Tamiya used to do a 112 model Mini Cooper and Lotus 7. Would have loved to buy them. Let's turn that off now. I'm getting really cold. But could not afford them at the time. I mean, when they come out, how much were they when they come out then? They must have been quite expensive for the time period that they come out as well. But Lou, I was Lou, if you're still, I don't know if it's dinner time yet. I was doing my Enterprise last night, and we were putting the lights in the bottom saucer section, and we were talking about that bottom sensor array. That mine doesn't fit properly, and I don't know if I need to dunk the plastic in some hot water and try and mold it in, but it's got a warp in it. And the really weird thing is, on the sensor array, it's meant to be white, the same color as the disc, but it's really yellow compared to the saucer. So I don't know how old it is. But I don't know if that's a common problem with those refits. But I was showing it off on Patreon last night. When I actually get the Enterprise video up, I will show that. I'm at the stage now where I'm like, how to fix? How am I going to fix that? But we discussed it. Hopefully it's going to work. You believe Mike's workshop is Ivy Bridge, but he lives within the Plymouth city limits. I couldn't even tell you where Ivy Bridge is. It sounds like a lovely place, though. You're watching the live stream while painting Warhammer Age of Stigma models. Does that mean you've got your glasses on? You know, I was getting the bins in today because it's bin day today, and I was going outside with these on, wondering A, why I can't see anything, and B, why the neighbours are looking at me. It reminds me of Rick Moranis in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I was still looking to do a D&D and a Warhammer night. Yeah, definitely. It's probably going to be nearer Christmas, though. My son was actually meant to be doing a D&D today, but it got called off, unfortunately. Got to be into some D&D. Hi, Roy. How's it going? Just joining in. Had to take my neighbour's dog for a walk. Oh, bless. Send the link, and if I am there, Jim, then I will click on that link and I will follow it. But I will be in a hotel room, so don't know what the signal's like. Up in Norfolk, it can be all over the place. Would you get the X-Wing again? You know what? It was an amazing model, and when you got it working, it was even more amazing. It had issues, though. The plates didn't fit properly on the body. It really was the very definition of a Lego kit model. There was the frame was screwed in, but everything else was just pushed in. So that's why when it fell off the shelf, all of the plates just fell off. Unfortunately, when that happened, the plates was actually put in with pegs. The pegs snapped off, so you couldn't just attach it. You'd have to glue all those panels back on. I don't like that of the model. I think it needed to be a lot more sturdy. A bit like the Millennium Falcon. The Millennium Falcon was, for all intents and purposes, exactly like the X-Wing, but all the plates were screwed in rather than just pushed in into... I did understand a lot of people. I mean, I tried to help Nick Barmer with his X-Wing as well, try and get the gears interlocked to make them up and down, and that was a nightmare as well. I'm sure that could have been done a lot easier. But there you go. Have you got your latest pack of the Rossi motorcycle? I'm glad you said that, Gamer Days, because I got exactly what you got. For some reason, in pack 10, we got issue 42, 43, 84, 88, and 89. They're playing the random issue game. So have you contacted anyone about that? Or is it anyone who's got the Rossi and had exactly the same problem as you see here contacted the Agostini Collectibles? I haven't had a chance to yet. And are they going to be sending us 44, 45, and 46? Why did they send us random issues like 84, 88, and 89? Who knows? So I've got a box over there, something I could be building, but unfortunately it's just going to have to sit there now. But if I make you aware of it now, I'm sure everyone's got that problem. You got your download tickets. Oh, wow. How cool is that? I can't go. I can't go. You got events Friday and Saturday. Really? Wow. I'm just going to be, I'm just going with the flow. What I normally do, Todd, is I get there, I'll do my painting class, and then I'll just chill out and just go wherever I end up. Should be fun. You'll be asleep. You won't be able to join this weekend. What, you're talking about my Zoom call at 11:30? Oh, bless. Hi, Craig. How's it going? I'm going to be doing anything Saturday night, Lou. I'll be, I mean, when I say editing, for me, if I'm up at like, because you know me, I'm going to be hampered by jet lag. So I'll be awake at 3 o'clock in the morning, editing videos probably. But no, I'll be there. The Cult Suite. That sounds fancy. I never did any of that last year, Lou. We did the dealer room and we did all of that, but I never went to any of the events upstairs or anything. I want to do a lot more of that this year. This year is going to be about me, like what's the word? Soaking myself in the wonder of Wonderfest. I will strip myself off and let it cover my whole body and just suck in the experience. That's what I'm going to do. And then before you know it, it'll be like, you know, Monday morning, I'll be sitting in the airport thinking, where the hell did that weekend just go? Hi, Datehole. How's it going? You want to see the Back to the Future musical? Is it any good? Thoughts on it? Back to the Future musical is brilliant, Datehole. You really want to get yourself some good seats, though. Preferably in center stalls, if you want my opinion. Center stalls is good. It is good from the balconies. It is good from the very back of the stalls because I've watched it on both places, but center stalls is pretty amazing. And the special effects are brilliant. No motorbike until they sort that out. Unless I do 2 issues. It's pronounced Nissan. Because like in the UK, they've had to run a series of adverts for Hyundais, because we call them Hyundai. Hyundai cars we call Hyundai. So they run a series of ads on the radio now saying they're actually pronounced Hyundai. So it's like, oh, okay. We've all been pronouncing it wrong then. I mean, we pronounce Porsche here. But then Top Gear had a big argument about it, I think, and now everyone's Porsche. We can't name any. We can't speak properly. Is that it? Car names are very hard for us to pronounce. But a Nissan. I like Nissans, as we call them here, because they very rarely, engine-wise, go wrong. Wheel bearings completely go wrong all the time. But I don't think I've had a Nissan I don't think I've had a Nissan where the engine's gone wrong on me yet. Touch wood. God, I've got a lot of journeys to do. I don't want anything to go wrong. I'm not doing the Eleanor now, Adamu 88. So no, I haven't received any extra parts now. I don't know if Ian's carrying that on, or if he's got rid of the Eleanor to someone else. I don't know, but I'm not doing it because I did the Super Snake. It's very similar, so that's why I'm not doing it. Well, Mike, you just got yourself into Mrs. World of Wayne's good books. Yeah, I'm not even allowed to look at motorcycles. As you know, we've got a Harley Davidson garage about 2 miles down the road from here. And every time we pass it, even on my wedding day, I was following Mrs. World of Wayne's wedding car. And, you know, I knew she was going to text me to say no. But I did get it out to her that I can actually buy a motorbike when I'm 80. She's going to let me, when I'm 80, buy, and I think she said ride a motorbike. So, you know, advent calendars on the go. They got some lovely bikes there. You thought the Back to the Future musical was awful? I really enjoyed it. Oh, very good. They're around £100 at the time. Wow. And I wasn't working then. It was in my early 20s. I'm now 45, 46 on the 7th of June. God, you know what? I've got like less than, I got a couple of months yet. A month and a bit to my birthday. I'm still the right side of 50, if that's the thing. Or the wrong side, I don't know. My body feels like a 60-year-old. I get up now with a new pain every day. I'm contemplating, do I take a paracetamol every day? Or what do Americans call paracetamol? Is it Tylenol? Is that what you call paracetamol? Why do we call things different in different places? See, I'm really scared when we go to America. If I've got a headache, I need a paracetamol, but you don't call it paracetamol. I can have a Tylenol, but I can't have anything with aspirin in it or ibuprofen or any NSAIDs at all. Because if you do, you kill me. That's why I've got to take an EpiPen with me. So I'm counting on not having any headaches at Wonderfest, because that could make for some interesting stuff. I am bringing my EpiPens with me though. But yeah, we had, you probably remember, was it last March, I had an anaphylactic shock of something, or God knows what, which put me in hospital. Hello, Helder, how's it going? This is a terrible film. I'll just say, you know, also, with the prize, Alan Palmer won the prize in Castle Douglas for these Star Wars helmets. Now, I've got an event on the 20th, no, I'm lying to you, the 23rd of July, which is going to send me down to a place in, is it Dorset? It might be Dorset. It could be Somerset. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down around about the 23rd of July to Dorset. We're going to stay the night there, do the event. Then I'm going to be traveling up your way, Paul Ryder. So I'm going to be probably stopping off around Accrington area, I'm guessing. And I'm going to drop your workstation in, which is still down there. So that's ready to go. Stay there for the night around your area. And then we're going to shoot off to Castle Douglas, which means I'm probably going to stay either in Dumfries or Castle Douglas. And I'm going to meet you, Alan Palmer, and drop your prize off. And then I'm coming back. I did want to get away for my birthday, but I just haven't got the time. Plus, Mrs. World of Wayne's a teacher, so she couldn't get time off either. So it is going to be from the 20th or the 23rd of July, but I will get back to you all with the dates of that. It's sort of going to be like a mini World of Wayne road trip around the country. You enjoyed Willow. Well, Disney have not only cancelled that Willow series, but they're removing it from Disney. Can you believe that? They're actually taking it off of Disney. So it's no longer going to be there. There was quite a few things I was shocked that they're not keeping on Disney now. I think they're by removing it, it goes the way of the Star Wars Holiday Special. That, you know, if it's removed, it's not there to talk about, and people will forget it exists. So you got DeLorean's packs 3 to 6 packs are on the way. You got notification yesterday. Well, obviously I've got the Infinity Gauntlet. I know I've got the Infinity Gauntlet box 2 on the way. Oh, look, Howard, you are there, bless you. You got a letter that they were sending them early. I didn't get that, but why would they send 3 issues early, but then miss 3 issues that we're waiting for? I'm glad you said that though, Howard, because that explains a lot now. Then I won't phone them. Stay away from BMWs. Oh, okay. Awful things for the Tex MOT testers to work on, and the Prince engine loves to blow head gaskets and timing chains. Okay, you've just talked me out of that, Julian. Thank you. I have got my eye on a Peugeot. I think it's the 208. I like the 208. And you've always got Audis, but I can't stand Audi drivers. Sorry if you drive an Audi, but God, they make my blood boil. Mark's Mod, you contacted D'Agostini. Apparently, everybody got the same issues. We will get the mission issues in pack 11. Okay, that's going to be quite a big build video then, isn't it? Because I'm guessing that, well, I don't know what they'll send us. I'm glad we all had the same issue though, because, you know, when that turned up, I didn't even look at the box. It was only because Stephen Fothergill, who won you remember he won the subscription for the bike. He got in touch with me and asked me if I've opened it. So I opened it and I was like, dang. and Gamer Days, you rang them as well. And everything should be back to normal in pack 11. You really want to do Optimus Prime and a Thanos Glove, but I have to wait till I finish Kit and DeLorean. I am planning to do the Michael Bay one as well. I'm doing it because I want to see what they look like side by side together. And Phil's got this great thing about test kitchen. I want to do a test kitchen on them and compare them to see which one I would prefer. Not which one I don't like, which one I prefer, and the merits and pros of each one. That's what I'm going to do. Mike Lane should make stickers for the Senna Lotus 97T JBS stickers are missing. You know what, Pete? Mike Lane, if you heard that interview on the podcast, he's open to anything. As long as he can get an idea of what's needed. He likes to have the part as well, from what I understand, because Mike's measurements are, I mean, you saw that with the carpets on the doors. They're immaculate. I'd love to know his process of doing it, how he does it. How does he get that carpet to fit perfectly in there? But when I'm down in Cornwall, you never know. I might... did we ascertain that Plymouth was in Cornwall? I don't know. I'll see if we can meet up. I am keeping up with chat very well tonight, Will's Workshop, but that's not going to stay long. As a matter of fact, I'm reading that message and just realizing it's 10 minutes behind. It's because of this. This is a really nice ale. It's got a sort of sweety, fruity flavor to it. No wonder it's a Christmas ale. And I haven't had an alcoholic drink in months. So, you know, that half a pint there, I am literally a half pint because I'm starting to see the pink dots. Midlife crisis, get a Mazda MX-5 or a Honda S2000. You know what I really like, Julian? But back in the 80s, I still like the shape of them, even though they're square and blocky. I really like the Turbo Esprit, but I could never afford a Turbo Esprit. So I liked the Toyota MR2s. Do you remember them? Very square looking car with the engine in the back, but I drove one. Oh, lovely car. Very noisy inside. Breaking naked Brit arrested at Wonderfest. Don't push it, Joss, because it could happen. We should have a World of Wayne get together and meet everyone on the channel. We can do. You know what? I've got a community centre just over the road there. We were talking to Ian. Can you imagine if we had an event there? And then not only could we just, you know, have a drink, get to know everyone and stuff like that, but people can just walk 10 yards from the community centre to look at the workshop. That'd be quite fun. Might have to talk about that, Ian. I don't think Ian's on tonight. I haven't seen him. Porsche is pronounced Volkswagen. Oh, bless. Hey, when I joined late, can I see the shirt? Can you stand up? I've got shorts on at the moment. Look, there we go. It's an SR71. This was from the Hazy Centre, the Dulles Centre. I do have quite a few SR71 t-shirts, thanks to Howard. But, you know, I'm advertising the SR71. You can never get too many SR71s. My model, because I've been building was it Ian Longley got me that? I think it was Ian. It's on hold at the moment because I'm building so much at the same time. I get stressed if I focus on too many things at the same time. That's why at the moment it's just the refit. And I have tried to do some work even on the Airwolf, but I'm falling behind on that as well. I'm one of these people that part work wise, I can deal with it because that's the way they are. You know, you're meant to do a bit at a time. But when it comes to like kit models, sprue models, I have to start and finish it. Otherwise, I just go cranky. I believe the Ecto one is July, the same time as the Enterprise, Craig. So I'm not doing the Enterprise D, just so you know, not until it's finished, and then I might think about it again. If I'm going to do it again, I'll tell you now, I'm probably going to have to start all over again because I've come up with issues with the lighting. I can't hide these bars with the resin lighting unless I can think of another fix. But I mean, I've got issues. There's a lot of issues that I never opened. So we'll see. We'll see. How am I going to mount the Sources Exterior Enterprise onto the gooseneck? Before you fit the top and bottom half together, you'll need to consider support plate inside. Are you talking about the refit? Because the refit won't need it, but the Enterprise D definitely will. But I'm not building that, John. Your car got a cracked screen, got the new one on the 6th. Funny enough, we managed to get a chip on our windscreen, but the chip didn't go all the way through. It's only on one side. So if you rub your finger on the inside. So I just stuck some UV resin just over on the other side. Perfect. Jason boy, step 1, build car. Step 2, put engine on wrong end. Step 3, don't redesign it for 6 decades. Yep, you got it. Take care, tattoo zoologist. Be good. You're on the wrong side of 50. Is there a right side of 50 though? Because I'll be saying that when we get to 60 and 70. But you know what? Between 60 and 70 now is like being between 40 and 50, I reckon. All my friends who are in the 60s, honestly, they've got the get up and go as if they're in their 40s. Bless. Believe me, when I get to between 60 and 70, if I look like some of my friends who are in their 60s, I'll be a happy man. Look at me, full of this is the drink talking, full of compliments tonight, aren't I? Hiya, Robert. How's it going? On the 25th. So it's the 25th we're looking to go away. Thank you, Mrs. Worldaway. But Paul and Alan, I will get to you and let you know what date I'm going to be there and when I can drop stuff off for you and meet up. You turned 59 last week. Due to corporate restructure, I was let go from my job. No way. What sort of birthday present's that? You know what? When I was 30, Sheldon, I worked for a company that if you're living in the UK, you'll know it, called Dixon's. I had a nightmare on my 30th birthday with stuff like that going on. So much so that I don't even remember turning 30. Crazy time it was. Not a good on your birthday. If I'm not a pain, when I wake up, then I'm dead damaged, broke my back 4 years ago, so I'm in pain all the time, but I won't take painkillers for it. And you live a normal life, thankfully. Well, last week, I was telling Mrs. Worldaway, I had a really bad backache. I never get backache. And I do think it's the way that I sleep. Oh, no, no problems, Alan. So, but I do take painkillers, but paracetamol is normally enough for me. I remember once I took tramadol because I had this psoas abscess in my leg, and wow, that knocked me away. The screwdrivers that I use, this is from Michael McGrath. The screwdrivers you use, mate, they are wearer. Which ones? They're just wearer PH0 screwdrivers. As a matter of fact, look, Michael, I've got a whole set here. So what we've got here is a PH0, a PH1, and then these are all flatheads. I don't know what numbers they are. Actually, it'll probably tell you on the screwdriver, doesn't it? Yeah, so like this one's a I don't know. You'd think it tells you, but it doesn't. So, but I got this from the Goodwood Festival of Speed last year, where I had a stand there. So, and they've lasted this whole year, and they're still fighting. I mean, you've seen how many times I use them. This is the one I use the most, the PH0. And check it out. Look, the end's still nice, and the paint's come off, but it's still nice and sharp. It's no worn down metal or anything. So I think since I started this channel, I've only got for about 3 screwdrivers. That's why there's no headaches in the jungle. Here we go. Because the parrots eat them all. Gives you time to tidy the work shed. Oh, bless you. Well, you make room for it. You know it's A2 size, just a bit bigger than A2 size. Greg, you broke your streak last weekend. For the first time, I did not go see the new Fast and Furious movie on opening weekend. I was hoping to go to the drive-in to see it, but couldn't get babysitter. I've heard it's really out there and don't expect much, but I haven't expected much for the last like 5. I haven't expected much. I can't remember. Was it Fast 5 or Fast 6 where they're on a plane and the plane's going down like a 26-mile runway? I just thought, right. But I still haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3 yet either. I really need to get out. Oh, you live in Dorset, Mark's Hobbies. I've been to Dorset, but yeah. Yes, Strange New Worlds, June, isn't it? Season 2. I enjoy that series. But you know what? Picard Season 3 and Strange New Worlds has really brought back my faith in people being able to make good Star Trek franchise stuff. But with the writer's strike, I don't know how that's going to affect new stuff coming out. Your BMW has never given you any trouble. Reliable and great on fuel efficiency, but when it does give you trouble, BMWs are blimmin' expensive to fix, Robert. I know, I used to book them in for services and MOTs. Nope, don't drive an Audi. You love your little Mazda. Hate Audi drivers with a passion. God, Audi drivers, they wind me up. I hate to say if you're a Merc or an Audi driver, on the roads, you're the people that increase my vocabulary in the slang sort of curse word terms. You drive an Audi. I'm so sorry, Ed. Oh, I know what to say about that, Ed. I can't believe it's been slating Audi drivers and you're an Audi driver. You're a sensible Audi driver. You are like the Holy Grail, Ed. Get a Skoda. I used to have a Skoda. I had a Skoda Fabia. I love my Skoda. Great car. Never went wrong. Except when it broke down. It broke down because the fuel pump went. So it went wrong once. Buy a Dodge. I've never owned a Dodge, and it's hard to get Dodges in this country, Greg. But when I was in America, I drove. This is me. I was trying to pronounce Caliber as Caliber. So I drove a Dodge Caliber. I loved the car. And when I came to the UK, I found the Dodge Caliber here, but they were stupid prices back then. We're talking 2007. Lovely car, though. I mean, in America, the only cars I've drove in America, I drove a Toyota Camry, a Chrysler Neon, and the Dodge Caliber. Very much enjoyed it. Ed's saying Dodge for sure as well. Hi, David. How's it going? Plymouth's in Devon. All right. Okay. I'm way off. Don't offend. Will, if I wanted to offend, we'd be talking about, does jam go on cream on the scones, or is it the other way around? Because I know you Cornwall peeps and you Devon peeps have massive arguments about these jam and cream scones. Am I right or am I right? I'm right, aren't I? The 1.8 vehicles, how about an Aliens APC? I've seen a model of that. I've never seen a metal model, like a build up. I think we're trying to get away from the part work term now. They're meeting up with the Americans and calling them all build up models. You're doing very well, Wayne. Oh, excellent, Hilda. You're under the weather for about 4 days. Feel a lot better though. Just a bit bad cold and a sore throat. Well, now this nice weather's coming in. Unfortunately, it breeds the germs as well. But I'm glad you're well. We are still going to try and get to Oban over Christmas. So we've got some stuff to drop off for you. As if the roads aren't all snowy and icy and stuff. Minis are ticking time bombs. Yeah, you've really taken me away from minis then. I do like the shape of Mini Coopers, though. The Cooper S, not so much the normal minis. You'd love a get-together. You're in America, though, aren't you, Steve? Are you? Where are you? I can't remember where you said you were. Are you Florida way? My son's actually off to Florida in September. I need to go back to Florida. I haven't been to Orlando or around there since 2007. Last time, apart from the trip to Washington and Kentucky, I was in America was in Vegas in 2009, I think it was. Mark 1 MR2. Oh, yeah. Does Corby have an international airport? Well, we've got Birmingham Airport. That's an hour away. Or you got Stansted. That's an hour south of us. So, but, you know, an hour drive in UK is like down the road for you Americans. And for the Australians, that's like your next door neighbor. I'll have to speak to Ian and see what we can arrange. I think that could be good. You know what? I've lived here 11 years now, 12 years. And I've only been in that community centre once, and that was to file my vote for the local elections. You're to build an MR2. I love the MR2 car. I drove a white one. One of my managers when I worked for Blockbusters, I can't remember when she was in Letchworth. She had an MR2. Lovely car it was. When they were talking about Tina Turner's death yesterday, it was mentioned that Australia is the only country that dances the nutbush. Really? Hector, I'm going to be 2 weeks. I'm going to be in Chicago only for 3 hours or 2 hours. But we're landing from Heathrow and landing in Chicago, so not long. I get to see the Windy City. I believe that we can see the horizon of the city skyline from the airport. Oh, good. You'll get up and go, got up and went. Oh, bless. The funny thing is, see, I'm a really early riser, Lou. So it's no stranger that I'll get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. Mrs. Welder Wayne is the complete opposite. She'd happily lay in bed all day. So the normal thing that I say to her when I come upstairs just to get changed or something is, are you feeling it? Are you feeling it today? And she's like, no. 60s are the new 40s, definitely. You're going to be doing Shadow Mewtwo raids at the weekend. I will do. I've got quite a few of those purified gems, which should be fun. I've already got a Shadow Mewtwo, though, but I'd like to get a more powerful one. Perhaps a shiny Hundu Shadow. But we were considering doing the Pokemon Go Festival down in Brixton in London. That could be fun. But I'm level 45 now, if you've noticed. Mrs. Welder Wayne's still level 43. Oh, bless. Hello, Ian. You'll have to, Ian, we've been talking a lot on stream. You'll have to watch it back on demand. But all fun. When I think we're still meeting up, Ian. I think around about the 22nd at Gates. I don't know if that's still on, but I'll bring R2 with me. You got a sore back from falling over a cart ramp in a garage 20 years ago. I can believe it, James Boy. One of my good friends, he was a what do they call him? Lifesaver. A lifeguard at a swimming pool. And I believe he was moving a diving board and he slipped his back. That's when he was 18 and it crippled him for life. So he's had back operations and everything. It was crazy. All it takes is one thing. Very fragile things, us human beings. PH just means Phillips. I just thought it meant Philip's head. You see PH? You turn 50 next month. Oh, bless you. You're going to be 50 before me, Jazz. Let me know what it's like. Mrs. Welder Wayne's already... I'm not allowed to mention age, am I? Just completely scrub I said that. Oh, you think you'll continue it? I think it only needs a couple more packs, Ian. There's not a lot left to do. I think probably 3 or 4 packs and that's finished. So make a good model. You use the iFix screwdrivers. I think I've got them in my Amazon store, Will's Workshop. That was Fast 6 with the 26-mile runway. That was silly, wasn't it? Here we go. Tramadol, gabapentin, and I can't even pronounce it. Nortriptyline are the pain meds I take every day. Both tramadol and gabapentin, I take the maximum dose allowed. Tramadol, you do build up an immunity to it because when I had this psoas abscess, it wasn't really touching it in the end. But it's yeah, I'm glad I'm off that. Used to give me the sweats tramadol did as well. Guardians 3 was good, but it was darker than the others. Ah, right, okay. I will try and get round to seeing that soon. Hello, Ramon, over on Facebook. How's it going? I've got to get Mrs. Welder Wayne to come to the cinema, otherwise I'll end up seeing it on the cinema on my own. because sometimes she doesn't want to see a film, so I have to see it on my own. I had to see The Batman with Robert Pattinson on my own. I'm going to get in the house tonight after the workshop, and she's going to go, if you think that, you can go on your own all the time. I know what I'm going to get. Anyone seen that the Centre Chair 55 Years of Star Trek? I haven't, no. Must involve a pizza delivery. Bless you. Hi, Liam over on Facebook. Star Wars Legacy. I don't know who's writing a petition, but I've signed a petition to make it happen. You're not telling me that that's it for Jerry Ryan and that she's never going to be doing Star Trek again. She needs to be fronting a Star Trek Legacy series, definitely. I'll be up for that. A BMW and Cadillac drivers are your bane. We don't get many Cadillacs here, Howard. Oh, you drive a Cupra? Oh, wow. Skoda. I once bought a Balaclava and I got a free Skoda. I loved my Skoda. You're definitely not doing you've already sold a lot of your Enterprise D Hilda. I don't blame you, but I do want to see how it ends up. I'm going to look at it with weird fascination to just see what it looks like. Because from what I understand, are they not doing the stand now? So you can't get the stand for the Enterprise D. It's just the model. And then I'm thinking, well, how do you display it then? It doesn't make sense. Don't know. Hello, Berg. How's it going? Welcome back. You'd love to come over the pond. Well, I love coming over the pond to you peeps. I mean, America's a big country and I've still got so much to visit. I want to go to Oregon. I'd like to do that Oregon, Montana, Idaho, Yellowstone Park sort of region. Perhaps start in Seattle and work my way down Sacramento and then get down to California and then do the middle bit and then do I've done pretty much the East Coast. I've done New York, done Washington. I'd still like to go to Pennsylvania. I'd like to go to Gettysburg. But, I mean, there's so much to visit there. God. We need more airplanes and trucks. Definitely. I'm just trying to think. Well, the Lancaster's coming out, I believe, in the summer. Hopefully. They keep advertising the summer. Whether it does or not, it's another thing. And the trucks, we had the Eddie Stobart truck, but I think we need more of the trucks that you folks over the pond have got. So what exactly happened to the X-Wing? What exactly happened, because I didn't explain that actually at the start of the stream, was you have a clamp. The clamp grips hold of the desk. This is the desk. The clamp's on the desk. The clamp had those little foam things inside that stopped the desk being marked. And I think what happened is the workshop got hot, the foam got soft, and it just slipped the clamp off the desk. That's what happened. So I won't use those foam things anymore. Feeling the need to win the lottery so I can employ the Fang Doc full time. Worst airport. Please don't say that, Wayne. Is Chicago Hara. See, we're going into Hara. Once spent 1.5 hours on the ground taxiing around airport waiting for a guy. For me, Wayne, the worst airport I went to, and I'm sorry if this offends anyone, of all the airports I've been to in America was JFK in New York. Oh my God. Now this was in 1997. It was, I've never been in an airport that just looks so run down. It's probably looking a lot better now. Luckily, though, we flew into JFK, but we flew out from Newark back to England and Newark was a lovely airport. But yeah, JFK, I didn't like it at all. But that was like 97. This is where I'm going to see my age now. 2007. That was 25 years ago. Oh my God. Just doing calculations like that staggers my mind. It's like, I can't believe Fight Club with Brad Pitt and Edward Norton's like 24 years old. Almost 25 years. It came out in 99. Crazy. You've traveled almost every corner of the UK during that time. Love the country. It's you know what? You don't appreciate what you got until you go away from here. It's okay, Wayne. Been on a while. Oh, cool. Watching, listening whilst doing other stuff. It's all good. Like a fine wine, all women get better with age. Alan Matthews. You just ordered from the Fan Home Prime. Can't wait for it now. Oh, that's cool. Alan, you're not the Alan Matthews I worked with, are you? I know an Alan Matthews. How scary is that? Small world. You hate Batman. That's why I didn't go. Mrs. World Wayne, you're not making any friends in here making comments like that. You cannot hate Batman. When you married me, you married the geek in me as well. And obviously, that makes you a geek. That plane scene in Fast and Furious was another point that brought up in part, really. Oh. You can't even pronounce your own name, so don't fret. So Keith Hall. I'm guessing it's just Hall, isn't it? You don't pronounce the E? I bet you do, don't you? Keith Harley. Hall. I'm sure it's Hall. I don't know. Where's the Batinator gone? Well, I moved it because I've got a laser engraver coming, so it's now patrolling the stairs. I think when you came last time, it was in the house as well. It's patrolling the stairs again now. The basic stand for the Enterprise D was a gift. That's what I mean. If you are before the next part build, you get it as usual. Ah, right, okay. Let me read that again. The basic stand for the Enterprise D was a gift. If you are before that part of the build, you'll get it as usual. The premium base will be available next. Ah, right, okay. That makes sense then. Excellent. My girlfriend said she wasn't a Marvel fan. I'm going to have to sneak those movies alone, or I guess I can't get her interested. I mean, I managed to get Mrs. World Wayne to see It, Stephen King's It, and she doesn't like horror films, so that's something, isn't it? So, you know, she's happy to see, you know, psychopathic clowns, but she doesn't want to see Batman. Oh, bless. Can you believe we've come to the end of another stream? Oh, there we go. Look, everyone's telling me about the stand. Oh, so we are getting it. That's all good. To me, I think O'Hara is bad, but everyone's slating O'Hara. I'll just keep my eyes shut. We're not too bad. We've got a 7.5 hour layover in Philadelphia, though, so that's going to be interesting, seeing what that airport's like. But who knows? But it's been fun. I think I've caught up with most of the comments. Sorry if I have missed your comments, but I was on top most of them tonight, wasn't I? So you don't like Washington Dulles? I didn't mind that. It's a nice airport. Bless. All cool. Anyway, so there's going to be no video on the channel tomorrow because I'm actually making a video while I'm at the MCM Comic Con over in the XL, and I will try and get some full images of the full-size Optimus Prime. You know I'm going to have a play with it as well. And then I'm just going to be making videos all weekend until Sunday when I'm off to Norwich, and then hopefully the videos I've made will go out sometime next week. But thank you for joining me, everybody. Going to finish this ale now and chill out for the rest of the night. You take care. I'll see you later. And I just saw that comment, Lou.